connection to going out. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, y'all. We are going to wait for everybody to get the notification. And we are going to do an energy check-in. For those of you that are doing playback, we're going to do something a little different tonight. Okay. We are going to do something a little different tonight. Okay. Hey, Aisha, how are you, my love? How is this energy treating you? We're going to get some messages tonight. I feel led to do messages tonight, so we're going to get some messages. Let's see what we got going on. We're just going to give people some time to come on in. Hey, Kim, how you doing? We're doing messages tonight. We're going to do some oracle messages tonight. I've been feeling, I don't know, y'all. I've been feeling like, trying to tap into my inspiration and seeing how I need to move. I guess maybe trying to break things down to a micro level, because I get the big picture, but I'm having to like focus. So that's where I am now, Aisha. That's not bad. Yeah, focused energy. So while we wait, let me go ahead and while we wait for other people to jump on, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull a card. Yeah, smaller steps to get to the bigger things. And I'm finding that I really don't, I gotta keep myself grounded because I don't necessarily want to do a lot of the physical things, but I know in order for me to get things done, like I gotta do the physical things. I would much rather sit and just be outside in the sun, watching the water and, you know, just being in spirit. Okay, so let's go. So I'm gonna go ahead and bless you and Kim while we get the energy. Okay, so there's already energy in the room. I don't even know if you guys can see it on camera, but I can. That's another thing that's been increasing, is that I've been seeing a lot of orbs, a lot of light orbs around me. So I don't know if y'all can see the energy on camera, but I can see it. Very interesting energy. Okay. All right, y'all. So we're going to do Aisha first. We are thanking our angels. We are thanking our guides. We are thanking our ancestors. We're thanking our higher self. We're thanking divine masculine and feminine energy. We are thanking all of the energy that's here to guide, protect, encourage, motivate, and give us the strength to take courage in action with boldness when it is time. Okay. And then we're going to get into the message for the collective. Because y'all been rocking with me since like day one. Y'all are like day ones. Okay, so Aisha, love is coming up at the forefront with you in grounding. I still hear music. Like I still hear that you should be communicating through music. And that's something that has always come through for you. So I still hear communicate through music, no matter what it is. Let that be your therapy, right? So ground yourself in love. And ground in meditation, especially within this energy. I know that the moon is about to swap on over to Sagittarius now, right? So it's leaving Scorpio and it's going over into Sagittarius. So you're going to find that the energy is a little bit more blunt instead of so intense and so passionate, you know, or maybe even so secretive. You can find that the energy is more blunt. So move with your communication right now, especially around money and stuff, with love and grounding yourself is what I'm hearing. Okay. Because you got heart chakra and then you got the earth chakra. So that's grounding yourself. And I would say, like, don't put too much on your plate that you don't commit to things that's going to drain you. That's your speed direct. Yeah. So, and I think I might get into that a little bit tonight. This is an energy where you need to be able to listen to understand and not listen to respond. Okay? Listening to understand and not listening to respond is going to be important. All right? All right, so Kim, let's see. So that's heart chakra, Aisha, and earth chakra, okay? Let's see what you got for Kim. What's your message for Kim? Oh, Kim, your guys, like, look at this. All of these cards jumped out, Kim. What you got going on? What you got going on, Kim? So, you have energy all over the place. Thank you, Aisha. Yeah, because your energy's all over the place. Your energy's all over the place. So you got universal light, right? Oh, I don't even have no moderators on here. Hold on. Oh, see, Tower Destroyer, I got time tonight. So let me finish with Kim, Tower Destroyer, and then we gonna get into some stuff because I got time tonight. We gonna get into some stuff. While we at it, can somebody Google the definition of the word Lord for me? Thank you, Aisha. I'm gonna make Aisha a moderator. Aisha, let me see if I can make you a moderator. How you do this? Add moderator. Boom. Okay, so don't so so if somebody could Google the word Lord for me, Lord, and put it up in there, and I want the full version, right? Like I want all of the versions because I got time tonight. Like we gonna make this. It's I got time tonight, so we gonna Google the word Lord, and we gonna also Google the word demon, right? Because the word says to study to show thyself approved. And if you understand that, you will understand that all of your holy books, baby, that's what it is. It's all magic. Now, I'm looking for the definition in black and white where it tells you, Aisha, that Lord also means planetary influences, which is astrology. So if you can find that for me in black and white so we could get Terra Destroyer up in here, some information, okay? And also Terra Destroyer, if you could dig a little deeper, you will understand that the Bible is really a book of codes, baby, that talks about astrology, numerology, raising the dead. Don't they raise the dead in the Bible? The three wise men. Don't they follow the stars? I think that's astrology, right? Ain't that astrology? Wait. Then one of the characters in the Bible raised the dead, was raising dead. Didn't they raise the dead? And okay, so come on now. So we can get into it because I come from the church, baby, and I seek truth. And when you seek truth, you understand that God and source is in everything, baby. Everything. And then you also understand that what you call Satan, right? That's Saturn. All right. The water bearer, guess what? Water bearer is Sagittarius. I'm sorry. No, not Sagittarius. The water bearer is Aquarius. Okay, because we're now in the Aquarian age. Okay, the two fish, that's Pisces, baby. Okay, so study to show thyself approved. That's what we do here on this channel. Okay. Oh, and also, just so you know, you do have the devil and God in you, baby. Your duality, light and darkness. Learn your dark side. Then you don't got to be afraid of nothing. I'm just saying. All right, so Kim, universal light, which means you got to stay connected to source. And this is really getting into the message that I want to talk about too, because I think it was in this week's reading, we spoke about being able to value your own opinion, right? Being able to know who you are. So when you have, Aisha, good one, right? Oh, let me get this too. Tarot Destroyer, do you know that in your Bible it talks about you can't judge another man's religion unless you want that religion? So if I choose to practice tarot reading or chanting or Buddhism or Judaism or any other isms or religions, right, outside of the one that you're throwing at me right now, do you know you can't judge me? Do you know you're committing a sin right now? You know that. Go read that. You know that. So right now, because I got time tonight, right? So right now, do you know you the one up on here committing sin? Because we having church right now. Okay, so even your book told you where 2 or more is gathered, we having church, baby. So we could go to church tonight. So you know that? You can't judge me. You don't have the authority to judge me. You don't have the authority to judge me. Just like I don't got the authority to judge you. So by you judging me, you judging yourself, baby. Don't be afraid, because that book that you're reading and the interpretation in which you're reading it in is going to get you stuck, baby. And it's not meant to keep you stuck. It's meant to free you. You know the 7 palas and the 7 temples or your 7 chakras? Do you know that? Do you know that whole book that you're throwing at me right now describes you as an individual and not just source energy, but you are source energy? Do you know that? So let's talk about now Psalms 82, where it continues to tell you that you are God and that you're going to die like a mere man because you don't know that you God. You operate like you're not God. You know that? Why don't you put up in here Psalms 82? Put the whole thing up in here so we can read it together and unpack it. You know that? Do you know back in older times, you didn't have access to the Bible until you was 40 years old? And you know why? Because of ignorant people, right? Ignorant people. All right, please understand that. Now let's go back, because I think I should go get my book. Do you know also that in ancient time, where sin come from, S-I-N, do you know that sin, the original definition of sin, means missing the mark? Now let's go back, because if you really want to get into it, this is really about destroying and separating masculine and feminine energy. Do you know that the moon is linked to feminine energy? And do you know what the moon was called in ancient times? Sin, S-I-N. So do you know where they get sin from? Sin is removing the woman from all of the substance in which things are produced. Because we could go deep with this. Have you ever asked yourself the question, why it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost? So how you getting a baby into this realm without a mama? How you doing that? Do you know that the Holy Ghost is feminine energy? Do you know that the Holy Ghost is considered the principle that births things, which is how are things birthed? Through what? Feminine energy. See, so that book you throwing at me, baby, I understand the mysteries and the codes. I got time tonight. So if you got a question, ask a question. Don't throw out scriptures, because in scriptures, I can show you mystery. I can show you astrology. I can show you sorcery. I can show you how they raise the dead. Understand? All right. Any more questions? Tarot Destroyer, because I got time tonight. Any more questions? Any more scriptures? And just remember, you have not the authority to judge me. And I know my demons. I know my demons well. Understand? Okay? And they work for me, not against me. Understand that. Okay. So if you got a question, you can ask a question. Matter of fact, let's pull some cards for you so you can get some clarity in your life. Let's see what you got going on. Let's do that. We're going to pull some cards and you and see you may need some healing and what you got going on that you feel you need to come and attack me, which is really attacking yourself. So let's take a look and see what you got going on. Hey, nomadic goddess, because I got time tonight. Let's see what you got going on. Okay. Do your history, baby. You see, the trick is to get you confused and get you distracted, because this is all about mastering self. And in order for you to master self, you need to understand self. And for you to understand self, you need not to judge self or judge anybody else. Because when you judge somebody, you're judging self. You don't meet nobody but yourself. So tonight, welcome to self. I am the higher part of you seeking truth within you. You ain't here by mistake, Tarot Destroyer. You're not here by mistake, baby. Okay, go do your research. Go do your research. Go research how the Bible was constructed. Go research that. Go research the books was taken out. Go research that Jesus was a Gnostic. Do you know that? Do you know Jesus was a Gnostic? Do you know Jesus was teaching that you should not have to go through another man to speak to Christ? You know Jesus was teaching that? You know Jesus was teaching you that you had the straight, direct aspects, that you did not need a priest to get to Christ? Do you know that Jesus... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was not Jesus practicing miracles and doing divination and shit? Wasn't Jesus practicing sorcery? Listen. Oh, Danielle, we can read you too now, Danielle. Y'all in the right place. Y'all are in the right place, Danielle. See, Danielle, this is why people are programming, because you're saying cause, but and I know y'all trolling, but this is good for some education, okay? So let's give some substance in how you are programmed within this matrix, in this you're programmed via symbols, you're programmed via repetition, and you're programmed via trauma. So let's take a look and see how you program, Danielle. So you think these pictures don't have no meaning? Baby love, they do. Just like the images you see on the news every fucking day. Just like the movies that they repeat the same concept over and over again, baby. Those pictures that you see, even this image that you've seen before you, this beautiful melanated, right? You see this image? It has a meaning. I know who I am, baby. I know who I am. So, program via symbols, which is pictures. Program via trauma, which you see every time you turn on your television and you turn it to the local news. And program via repetition. And the same shit is repeated to you over and over again in schools, in churches, among your peers, on social media. I got time tonight. I got time tonight. Don't the great book say, as a man thinketh, so it is? Let's get deep with that. As a man thinketh, so it is. This whole construct is made up because of your perception. You can't fully experience God if you limit it to how God is expressed. You can't. Don't the great book say that I, God, created all things good and evil? So if God created good and evil, baby, then this is part of God too. Part of God. Do you know that they can't trace back to where the ancient tarot come from? They can tell you how it popped up across history, but they can't track back to any source where this type of information comes from. Do you know that? Do you also know that I don't need the tarot cards to read your energy, baby? Okay, do you know that? I don't need that. So in your language, Tarot Destroyer, I would be considered what they say a prophet. And you know what they say about prophet, right? Touch not my anointed. Ain't that what they say in your great book? Touch not my anointed. That's what it says. So you up on here tonight doing some stuff that you got no business doing, my love. Fix your household. Fix your household. That money that you need for your car. The money that you need for your car. Fix your household. Okay? Fix it. Danielle, don't play, Danielle. Okay? Don't play. All right, y'all. We getting into the current energy. I think I'm done with my rant. I'm done. I am done. Gloria, guess what? Fear and love exist everywhere, baby. Fear is an emotion. It's an indicator, my love, right? Fear is an indicator to tell you where you are, where you might need to be adjusted, where you might need to be healed, where you might need to be loved, all right? So the trick is to understand what fear is. So therefore, when people show up, there is nothing but fear. You are a part of me, honey. It's all love. You're a part of me. Okay. Yeah, they got the Christian gospel on here tonight. Let's get up into these cards. All right, we're going to take a look and see what chakras are going on. And we are going to send Gloria. We are going to send Daniel. And we are going to send Terror Destroyer. All of the love and the highest vibration there is. I've given enough lessons. And we're going to take a look and see what we got going on in the energy. Now, we got Six of Cups popping out. This is jealousy and moodiness. Okay. Jealousy and moodiness, that's also past energy, and that's showing up in the past possession. We also have Queen of Pentacles showing up. Oh, it's the same person? Yeah. Queen of Pentacles has to do with your household, work, money. Stability, I also want to say, I'm feeling Taurus energy with this Queen of Pentacles, right? And we have a lot going on with Taurus in the atmosphere right now. We also have Scorpio energy popping up. Judgment. Okay. Let's reset the room. Where's my bell? Hold on, y'all. Can't find my bell. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go get my bell. 1 second. Okay. See, I think when Aisha and Kim first got on here, I talked about the energy. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen. I can still see the energy on the screen. So I'm about to clear it. So what I'm about to do, I'm going to send this energy out to anybody that needs it. You can go ahead and be open to receive it. But what we're going to do is we're going to clear all of the negative energy in the space. And I don't know if any of you have any problems with me speaking in my light language, but that's what we're going to do here, okay? Because I feel energy and I don't like the way it feels. You see it, right? Mm-hmm. Cleared the room. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Let's start over. Let's start over. Perfect. Perfect. Hey, Anisha. Bye, Iku. Iku. You are not. I haven't even started yet. Yep. The wind is in my background. I felt like that was an attack. Eku nere ko pare de kutushi. Eku de konta. Je konta. Hey Tanisha. Je kundere ko pare de konta. Shi kundere kota. Say yeah. I feel like they were trying to get at my heart chakra. This person is in pain. Dare de kuta shiken de ko poto shiken de kota si. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get up into this. So now that shifted the energy. So we're gonna go somewhere different. I'm gonna have to smudge when I'm done. Okay. We're thanking our angels. We're thanking our guides. We're thanking our higher self. We are thanking our divine masculine and feminine energy. We are thanking all of the energy that is here to help guide, protect, encourage, motivate. We are thanking you for the clarity. We are thanking you for the instructions. What is your message that you want to come forth tonight? Give us a clear message tonight. What is the message? What is the message? What is your message tonight? What is your message? What is your message? Make the message clear. Okay. Somebody sent me this song by this young lady named Bree. Is it? I think she spells it B-A-I-R-I, and it's called Spring Cleaning. And I feel like that's what we're going through right now with this energy, okay? A bit of spring cleaning, releasing the old so the new can come in, right? So we have the ancestors saying the sun is here, right? It is springtime, right? Move beyond your ancestral patterns. We're going to get into this stuff. And the air guardian, right? And the air guardian is all about shifting your perception. I have been talking about shifting your perception for a while now, right? We are now in a season and we're now in a time where there are going to be more people like Terror Destroyer popping up. And they're going to show up in families. And when I say show up, like having you, attacking you about your belief, that you felt the strong, yeah, it was very strong energetically. I think the more that I engaged and gave that, you know, that energy attention, the more that they grew. Very, very big energy and strong in their belief system. And we're not just talking about people in your life that are strong in their spiritual belief system, but we're talking about people also that's strong in their ideology about how life works and how things move in life, okay? Not everybody is going to be on your level of understanding, whether it's for your goals, whether it's for your inner healing, whether it's for your own inner acceptance. You are not going to be able to explain your journey to everybody. You're not even going to be explained you're not really even going to be able to explain your spiritual awakening to people. What you'll find is you can have conversations with it about other people that has been through the same things, but to try to articulate what you're experiencing through somebody that's not even thinking about that in that mind frame, it's kind of like casting your pearls to swine, right? So you don't want to do that, right? You want to begin to enjoy your success and your happiness at whatever level that is. This is not the season to seek outside of yourself for happiness or fulfillment. This is not the time to do that. I have been having an opportunity to spend a lot of quiet time. You know, and what I'm finding is there's going to be times when you have to motivate yourself, when you have to encourage yourself, when you have to be brutally honest with yourself. Okay. There are going to be times when you go, exactly, Kim. There are going to be times when people think that you're crazy because they don't understand why you're moving the way that you move. You're not going to be able to explain everything to everyone. And I want to go as far as saying this too, right? With spring cleaning, I want to say this. You know, like how you go through things and you're cleaning and you realize that you haven't worn something in like a year or two, but you just put it back in the closet anyway because you intend to wear it this year. And then next year, the same thing, you realize, oh, this is the third year. I haven't even really, you need to start reevaluating your life like that. What have you in your closets? And this could be literally for some of you, because literally cleaning out your closet can be therapeutic also. But what do you have in your life that you're holding on to that is no longer useful or of value to you? You're going to have to figure that out, okay? Sometimes we spend times trying to hold on to things, people, situations, circumstances, right? Because it's comfortable, right? But it's saying you got to move past your comfortability. You got to move past your comfortability, okay? Get rid of those patterns, those old patterns. Now, when we're dealing with air energy, you need to understand air energy is all about the way that you think, okay? Air energy is all about the way that you think. So if your perception and your thinking does not align with what you feel, then your actions is going to be off, okay? If there's any inner conflict going on within your emotions and your thoughts, then your actions are not going to be stable actions. And we're moving over into Taurus energy coming up on the 21st. So that's going to help you balance that out, because that Taurian energy is stability, right? So be very mindful about that. This is not the season to seek outside of yourself for fulfillment, for motivation. This is not the time for you to do that. This is not the time or the season for you to be able to value your own opinion. I'm sorry, this is the season for you to value your own opinion. And I've said this on this channel several times. When someone else's opinion becomes more important to you than your opinion about yourself, then you got problems. You got problems. Even when they try to throw the Bible at you, you got problems. You know, they're really scared. Their reality is, yep, yeah. See, this is the thing. I think I'm at the point now in my walk where I can sit and talk to anybody about any religion that you have, because I see that the allegories in it all, right? The goal here is not to, and I really need you guys to get this, because the message has been coming in clear. The goal here is not separation. The goal is unity. You got enough separation going on in the outer world, but for you to be able to bring unity within your own life and your own experiences, that unity starts with self. You got to know self. You got to know self, right? I do not like to wait on people. I don't like to wait on people. I get very irritated when I have to wait on people. So I don't like people waiting on me. So I know that about myself. I told you guys, I know that I can be a perfectionist, which is really just procrastination. I know that about myself, right? I can tend to want all of the details, right, before I make a decision. I know that about myself. If I have an event that I need to go to at the end of the week, I know me. I have to start looking at what I have to wear on Monday, even though the event is on Friday. I know that about myself. But I have friends that they can't do that. They need to pick out their outfit that day. So that process in which I go through, they can't do that. That to them it cringes them. So you need to know yourself. Not just the parts of you that are, oh my gosh, I'm the best person, I'm just trying to be better. The parts of you that are also ugly, the parts of you that you may not want to share with anybody else. I used to be very judgmental. And if I'm not careful, I can still be judgmental. I can. I was just about to pull cards and Terror Destroyer, so I said no. See, because what I don't deny is that I'm human, and it is in my imperfection that I find my perfection. I don't meet anybody but myself. So that little interaction was me proving to myself, right? My beliefs. That wasn't about them. That was about me. Why am I here? What is my message? Even if I only have one person that show up, I've done my work. See, because truth, you're not going to see the mass. You're not going to see the mass of people around truth and substance. You're not. You will see a mass of people around distractions, right? If I'm sitting on here telling you how you could get a man with these tarot cards, man, listen, I have 1 million views. Right? If I'm sitting on here breaking you apart and telling you ain't shit, man, I have 1 million views. But I'm sitting here holding you accountable for your own shit and how you move. People, you know, this is what I'm saying. This is not everybody's graduation. So moving past ancestral patterns, like this is not a game. I already told y'all by 2025, the whole money situation is going to change. So you need to be able to fortify yourself by how you feel, heart chakra, how you thinking, your perception of things, crown chakra, third eye. You need to get past your lower chakras and start taking dominion. And I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to everybody that's here for this ascension, including myself. You don't have time for the distractions. You don't. You should not be engaging in anything right now that's not beneficial to your spiritual growth. People are not emotionally and mentally well. And that's not a joke. You can turn on the TV, you can go to the grocery store, you can leave your house and you can see that every day. You can open YouTube and see by the way some men and some women think that they are delusional. This is real talk. Anybody that's been following me for a while, y'all know, like, go back and look at my track record. We've been talking about timelines for, this is going to be like the second or maybe third year that we've been talking about timelines, maybe two years. Right now, we are living in the space where time has shifted. It is not the same. It is not the same. The things that you find important right now, if they're superficial, if you're living your life right now based on superficial wants and needs and you're not tapping into yourself at a deeper level, you're going to have problems when the shift come in 2025. Yep, it is a new timeline. And you should already be experiencing your new timeline. I know I've been going off the scene for a little while and I'm starting to get back on it, but the message that's been coming through strong is unity and love. Now, let me just say this. Unity and love don't mean that you get to be anybody's doormat. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. There are going to be times when you're going to have to swing your sword because of love. There are going to be times when you're going to have to protect and defend because of love. Right? We're not talking about loving with conditions. We're talking about love that's all inclusive. Now, let me just put some shit out here right now because you know you do have people that don't think past their experiences because you're stuck in a loop, right? And what I'm talking about here is people that are on your vibration. I'm not talking about lower vibrational people that don't get it. You can't help a lower vibrational people. They got to help themselves. And if you are dealing with other people right now and they have not gotten a clue by now, I am telling you, they're not on this wave that's going to be graduating. They're not. And I don't care what nobody says. So if you are around people that is not, so right now, graduation, people at a graduation, you're interested in the truth, even though you may not know much. You have questions and you're seeking, even though you still may dabble over here, but this don't fully make sense. So you're still seeking outside of that, right? Or people that's awakening, you're working towards your ascension constantly. You understand that constantly you're getting closer and closer to your higher self and merging those aspects of yourself together, right? But anybody that's still on that lower vibrational stuff, you don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. And that's family members, that's friends, that's parents, that's husbands. You don't have to be, that's wives. You don't have to be You do not have to be in someone's experience, okay? You don't. You don't have to play an active role in somebody else's experience. Which means that somebody's going to dislike you. There ain't nothing you can do about that. If they're going to dislike you, they're going to dislike you. Right? All right. Part of the healing method as you continue to enjoy your success and your happiness is you're going to have patience. Right? This is card number 23. So we're still dealing with the number 5 here, which is all about change. That's still the highest vibration of love. 5 sits in the middle of numerology. The birth chart, which is all heart chakra. That's all heart chakra. Yeah. Discover your life purpose. Are you happy? What are you here to do? What do you want to do? What do you want now? Where are you now? Just start there. Where are you now? What do you want now? Where are you now and what do you want now? Alrighty. Yep. This saying step out in a while and take a leap of faith. Do you know that once you turn, do you know that there's, even when you Google the word darkness or you look up the etymology of darkness and you get to the root of what darkness means, darkness doesn't mean that there's nothing there. It just means that you haven't realized what's there yet, right? So even when you go into your room at night and you turn all of the lights off and you look around, at first the room appears to be dark. But as your eyes adjust to the darkness, you begin to see the outlines of your dresser, maybe the TV, and if you're sensitive enough to energy, you can begin to see the electrical magnetic waves, in the air, right? Just like there's no such thing as silence. Although the human ear may not be able to hear certain frequencies, there's no such thing as silence. Everything is based on sound waves. And I can tell you that because I went to school to study professional audio engineering. I'm a certified audio engineer. Everything is based on sound waves. It's time for you to take a leap of faith. This is card number 22, which reduces down to 4, which also means there's going to be some action of doing. You're going to have to do something, whether that's something mentally, right? Releasing the things that mentally no longer serve you, right? In putting in some positive affirmations, whether that's you healing emotionally, dealing with your past, dealing with your childhood, right? Dealing with the trauma, right? Or whether that's you healing or growing spiritually, maybe the physical realm, getting your shit together physically, whatever it is you need to do. There's a doing aspect, but in your doing aspect, you need to have faith. And this is why, I keep saying I'm going to cross out F-A-I-T-H and put F-A-T-E, because that's a different type of faith. So you want F-A-T-E type faith, which means it ain't no question that the outcome is what it is. So let me teach you something about meditation. Right? Because I'm hearing to tell you guys your meditation game needs to be on point. So we're going to get through some myths about meditation. You know that you meditate all day, every day? You do. Meditation simply means to murmur, to mutter, to repeat. So you're either meditating mindfully or you're meditating mindlessly. So if you're meditating mindfully, you're meditating on your goals. You're meditating on problem resolution. You're meditating on positivity, right? You're meditating. There's an intent. You're meditating with intention, even if that intention is peace. But if you're meditating mindlessly, that's worrying about the bills. That's worrying about the children. That's worrying about the job. That's worrying about money. That's worrying about shoulda, coulda, woulda. So you're meditating all day, every day. The question is, are you mindfully meditating when you're meditating with intention? Or are you mindlessly meditating when you're just worried, stressed out? You got to keep your, yeah, Aisha, you got to keep your mind grounded in positivity. And that's done not just through your conversations. Now, let's talk about this, right? You are responsible not only for the energy that you put out, but for the energy that you bring in to your environment, your space. Remember, we talked about this last year in the 100-day level up journey, right? We talked about last year, we talked about space and wall. We talked about spaces and wall. All right? We talked about that. Okay? We talked about you being able to identify whether or not you just need to share walls with someone or whether or not someone needs to share space. Right? So, let me give you an example. If you are dealing with negative people in your life, if you are dealing with people in your life that are combative, if you're dealing with people in your life that are trolls, and when I say trolls, because you just don't have trolls on the internet, you have trolls in real life too. So trolls are anybody that think that they can get you emotionally or mentally. Hey, light within darkness, right? Anyone that tries to pull you out of your mental space or your emotional space, right? So you can share walls with the troll, right? Which means that you can, or you can share walls with someone that's negative, right? Because you might have to work with that person. You might have to ride the bus with that person, right? You may have to sit next to that person at an event because of family situation, right? So you share walls with this person, but this person don't necessarily have to share your space, which means they don't get any mental space. They don't get any emotional space, right? They don't get any of that. Because remember, your mental space and your emotional space produces your action. Your action then produces your physical experience, right? It produces your experience. If you have time to sit and bash somebody all day and talk about what somebody's doing all day or what they're not doing, guess what? You got a fucking problem. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. If all you do all day is talk about what people should and what people shouldn't be doing, why they should and shouldn't be doing it, then you're not focused on your shit. You're not. If you're spending most of your day complaining of why your plan can't get off or why your stuff can't do this or why, you're finding too much excuses. And I can tell you, because, like I said, perfectionism, procrastination, like if I'm not careful, I can find a whole bunch of excuses. Right? Be patient with yourself, but discover your purpose. Discover your purpose. My purpose is very clear to me. I am here to help people heal mentally and emotionally using my gift. I don't need validation from anybody over this gift. I done helped so much people. I should say, yeah. You gotta know your worth and you gotta know your value. Not everybody's here to be famous. Maybe you're here to be famous within the space that you've created, not the walls. See, we give people that we share walls with too much fucking credit. We give them too much power. Right? You don't gotta do that no more. Don't give away space to people that's not worthy of it. And I already told y'all, the minute someone else's opinion become more important to you than your opinion of yourself, you got a fucking problem. You got a problem. I'm telling y'all something right now. Along this spiritual walk, guess what? You're going to be misunderstood. You're going to be called a heathen. Well, in my case, because of what I do. Like, that's just part of the job. I'm going to be misunderstood. I'm going to be called a heathen. What else? I'm going to be called demonic. I'm going to be called a witch. I'm going to be called all the references under the book in which my gifts entail the opposite side of. See, but I understand something. I understand that that's the polarity. You can't have up without down. You can't have in without out. You can't have good without evil. I understand that they're just one spectrum of the same thing, right? One spectrum. You, when you turn on the water, to take a shower, usually in the middle point is where you get that balance of hot and cold. If you veer right, you get cold. If you veer left, you get hot, right? Your job is, so let me explain something to you also about self-alchemy, right? Self-alchemy or alchemy, even in ancient times, was never about learning how to physically turn base metal into gold. Obviously, you could once you find out the alchemic properties, you could do that. But that was never the objective. The objective was to transmute yourself. The objective here is to take your pain and transmute it. Allow your pain to work for you. Allow all the miseducations of this world that you've now come into knowingness about, allow that stuff to work for you, not against you. Allow it. Allow yourself to have love and compassion for those people that don't have love and compassion for you. Now, once again, I'm going to say that don't mean that you get to be anybody's doormat, because sometimes you have to understand the difference between walls and space. Forgiveness don't have nothing to do with somebody getting away with shit. Forgiveness has to do with you letting go so you can move on. The universe don't do blind justice. It don't do blind justice. Whatever you put out into the atmosphere, you get back. I have been doing some deep thinking and contemplation over these past 5 months. We are not in a time right now where you need division, especially division of yourself. You do not need to be scattered with self. You don't need to be scattered with self. And I know that there's some days that we wake up and we are not all strong. And then let me tell you how this works too. And this is why I'm saying be mindful of the energy in which you move. So you want to know how powerful you are? You can wake up not feeling as strong as you are, right? Feeling moody, feeling temperamental, just feeling like like you just don't want to be bothered. And you are not aware of your signature. You are not aware of the energy signature that you're now in. You're not aware now you now have stepped into the bubble of you don't want to be bothered, and please don't ask me a question because you could get snapped on, right? So you snap at the kids, you snap at your husband, you snap at, the immediate family, and then you go to Starbucks and the cashier is snappy and nasty to you. And now you want to know what the hell is wrong with her and why her attitude is so nasty. But you don't even understand that you already created this energy before you even met this lady at the Starbucks. You have power to orchestrate your experiences the way that you want to. Your perception is going to be key. How do you see things? So let's take a look and see what energy is working against you guys, right? Because see, I can't make this up. Memories of love. I told y'all love and unity is the goal, which means you got to master your lower chakras, right? You got to master those lower chakras. So when we're talking about mastering your lower chakras, we're talking about your root chakra, right? Root chakra. That's where the trauma is. That's your fight or flight chakra. That's your money chakra. That's your family chakra, right? We move up one, guess what? That's your sakura chakra. Now we're talking about your emotions. We're getting into your gut. But the emotions and the relationships and the change that needs to happen within those relationships, right? That's where your sexual energy is. Most people think your sexual energy is in your root chakra, but it's in your sakura chakra. Above your sakura chakra is your solar plexus. That's your confidence, your discipline, your ego. You got to master those chakras. And everything is judged by the heart. That middle chakra, your heart. Can't nobody judge your heart but you. Don't nobody know the conversations you be having with yourself but you. What kind of conversations you having with yourself? Ask yourself that question. What kind of conversations you having with yourself? Is everybody against you? Are you staying in situations longer than you need to and making up excuses in your mind? All right. So the energy that you're interacting with is the World card, right? World card is Saturn's energy. Okay, once again, that's discipline. Okay. That's also Capricorn's energy. And 8 of Cups. So the World card is saying there's a positive move forward, walking away from something, walking away from disappointment, walking away from the letting downs, you know. And I want to say maybe even walking away from some commitments you made for yourself. Yep, some of you may have even put yourself in situations that you now feel like you're bound by. Right? Or you could be interacting with energy where somebody is holding you hostage. Or you may not necessarily see a way out of this without hurting somebody. Yep. The Judgment card is in reverse. That's Pluto's energy in reverse. This card is supposed to be about transformation. Somebody is fighting the transformation. Okay, so you could be interacting with energy where somebody is fighting the change. And you see this person's pain, you know. You got King of Cups, but the King of Cups is looking towards the future. I like this King of Cups card. Look at that. I like this. Don't just look. King of Cups is pointing towards the future, but this is energy that's emotionally mature. This is someone that can own their shit, right? So you don't have to play games with anybody here emotionally. You can own it. You can own your shit here. You're dealing with somebody that may not be able to own their shit right now in this moment, but in the future they will. It's like they don't have a choice. Is this you? Yep. Well, they thought they had a choice. This person may have options, or they may feel like they have options, or you may feel like you have options in this situation. Hence why you're walking away from something. Page of Cups, yeah. Synchronicity. There was some type of message came in. Yeah, contemplation. I call this card, this Four of Swords, might come to Buddha, come to Jesus, come to Allah moment. Deep contemplation. You're in thought. There's some type of message. And this Page of Cups reminds me of like Pisces energy too. You may have now a clear understanding of something that you did not clearly get, right? Knight of Pentacles is showing up in reverse, right? I kind of feel with this Knight of Pentacles energy, this is energy, frustrated energy, and it could be around money, and money can fall under plenty of things. Money in the household, money at work. So something where it affects your money or your livelihood. There's some type of conflict going on with this Five of Wands. And it could be an internal conflict and an internal battle towards the purpose, because it did say discover your purpose. Right? So there could be some type of internal battle going on. Right? Eight of Wands is in reverse, which means that there could be some type of delay. And Nine of Cups, yeah. There's some type of delay about something that your happiness is concerned. Or you could be dealing with someone that's not happy. I also feel like victim mentality here. I also feel energy of being mindful. Yep. Promises made but not delivered. And the Two of Swords. There's some type of decision that needs to be made. Okay. There's some type of decision that needs to be made, and it popped up here. Movement, choices, and decisions. And let me just say this, you know, because when we talk about decisions, decisions are not just physical decisions. Decisions can be emotionally, they can be mental decisions. They could also be decisions where you're taking action, right? So you guys know we deal with the 4 elements here. So your mental decision would be air energy, right? Your emotional decision will be water energy. Your action would be fire energy. And the manifestation of those 3 things would be earth energy, right? So you're always constantly interacting with the elements. And when you begin to understand how powerful you are because you are interacting with the elements, you can then take control. Take control of how you think. So I don't know if you guys are aware of scribing. Right, and if you're not aware of scribing, you can go ahead and you can Google and you can look it up. But the gist of scribing consists of you, writing things out. And one of the methods that you can use when you're working on manifesting things, right, is scribing not I can't wait until things happen, right? You would be scribing either from the now moment, or what I find to be more powerful as I continued my studies was scribing from the moment of completion. So scribing from the moment that you've already experienced this thing, right? So say, for example, you're trying to manifest a car, okay? You don't got no money in the bank account. You don't know how the car is going to get here. You don't know, but all you know is that you need a car. What you begin to do is you can scribe your car into existence. Okay. And that's done by journaling. Okay. And for those of you that are out there, yep, this is also biblical. I think it's in Hakaya where it talks about write the vision down and make it plain. So everything I'm telling you is still in the Bible. But anyway, scribing consists of writing it down. But when you're writing it, when you're journaling it, you want to journal the experiences. I am so grateful that I was able to drive to Walmart today in my new car. It drives so well that, the gas mileage is amazing. I cannot believe the wonderful price I got this for. I'm so thankful. Oh my gosh. I love the color. So you scribe from the experience of having you to complete it. Thank you, Aisha. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. This is Jasmine, this is the this deck. So you can snap it. But subscribing from the place of it's already completed. That's how you get the so basically what I'm giving you is a trick that I teach in my class, right? You do not want to write or I even teach you the art of prayer, because the art of prayer is very important. When you pray and ask for something, you got to be careful, because you can pray and ask for something and wind up as the pray. So you pray and ask for something P-R-A-Y, but you wind up as P-R-E-Y. Okay? Jasmine, that's powerful. Red root chakra grounding. That's another way to utilize that energy too. That's really good. So think about that, guys. It is, you are powerful. This is why when you write affirmations all over the place, I have an affirmation on my phone that's been popping up since 2014. Let me see if I can find it. I lied to you not. Let me see if I can find it. I can give y'all the exact date. Reminders. Okay. So I want to look at this reminder. Y'all see the date on that? Wait. Let's see. Can y'all see the date on that? Let me pull this down some. That says 11/17/2014. Daily reminder. Right? And that daily reminder simply says, I am so grateful. I am now working on my business every day with passion and joy, and it's yielding me abundance financially. Okay, that, yeah, nomadic goddess, that's heart chakra. You're on it. This reminder pops up on my phone to remind me daily. 2014. I've had this reminder popping up on my phone daily since 2014. And what am I doing now? And when I wrote this message in 2014, I wasn't even thinking about YouTube, to be honest with you guys. I wasn't even thinking about YouTube. In 2014, I was still doing my audio engineering stuff. I wasn't even thinking about this. But I knew that I didn't want to work for anybody for the rest of my life. I knew I was headed down that path. So my point is, I wrote it from the past tense. I am so grateful. Well, not from the past tense, from the now tense, right? Which, if I had wrote it differently, I feel like it would have accelerated differently. That's like when you use the word but. Is very important. So one of the things that you learn when you're manifesting is, do not use the word but after something that you just spoke into existence. I'm so rich and so blessed, but I know I don't have the money yet. You just cancel out being rich and blessed, right? You just cancel out being rich and blessed. So secret things like that are things that you can learn to master your experiences. Master how you can literally live your experience by you writing it into existence or speaking it into existence. As a man thinketh, so it is. This is why they tell you that the power of life is in the tongue, right? Now, I can get in scientifically and tell you what that means, right? So let's get it, because I went to school for audio engineering, guys, and one of the things that I studied was sound, right? And even when you look back at your biblical text, it tells you in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God, and God said, let there be light. So when I ask you what was first, light or sound? What do you think is first, light or sound? Sound. Sound is first. Waves, sound waves, which means your sound, your throat, chakra, your words that you speak out are spells. Spelling, it's all hidden right there for you. So you have to watch your words. You have to watch how you use your words, not just for you, but towards other. What you wish on another person, you wish on yourself. That's paradox, right? Because, I think that's one of the hardest things that a person can master is learning not to take things personally, because we're very conditioned to take things personally, right? At 23, one of my girlfriends, Michelle, handed me the book by Miguel. I don't remember the man's name. I remember his first name is Miguel. I don't know if it's Ruiz or Cruz, but he wrote the 4 agreements, right? And one of the agreements that stuck with me from the age of 23 was, do not take things personally. Now, I would be a lie to sit here and tell you that I've mastered that principle throughout the whole 20-something years of knowing it. I've gotten better. I think, I've gotten better to the point where I can say that I've mastered it. I've mastered it to the point where if it's not directly affecting my family or my space, I don't take things personally. When you mess with my kids, or you mess with my household, then I begin to, Don Miguel Ruiz. Thank you. Yes, Don Miguel Ruiz, the 4 agreements. Look it up, guys. This type of stuff can help you master you. The 4 Agreements is an awesome book. He also has The Mastery of Love, which is a really good one also. The Mastery of Love. Your power begins with you understanding who you are. And understanding who you are stands in range when there's nobody in the room with you. So even when you're not sharing walls with anybody, right, your power still resides in your space. And who you share your space with is important. Whoever controls you mentally and emotionally controls you. That means you're a mental puppet, an emotional puppet, which means that when they trigger you, you're going to think a certain way or you're going to act a certain way based on your emotions. Yep. Thank you guys. And that's truth. This love walk really begins with yourself, so I cannot believe I'm about to talk about this because there's a particular gentleman on YouTube that um, um, has sparked a lot of conversation about women, in particular modern women. And I've been watching a lot of content lately on what's going on and what's the pulse of the community. Not so much on tarot because I don't watch other people's tarot channel, to be honest with you, but really to see where people are mentally and emotionally. Because I pay attention to the patterns. You can just kind of look and see based on the patterns, right? What's being spoken about, what snips, what people are, what are these videos that they do? They call them, yeah, I know when they do the videos where they're watching another video and they're critiquing it. I can't remember what type of video that is, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So I've been watching the trend to see what these videos are talking about. Response videos or respond videos, reaction videos, I think are what they're called, right? So I've been watching a lot of these reaction videos just to kind of see what the pulse is. Yeah, reaction video, what the pulse is, right? Around topics with relationships and love and, and these different things. And so there's this one gentleman that has sparked a whole national thing, in particular with women in their rank. And some of the things he says is very true. And I was having a conversation with, I was having a conversation earlier with some friends, and I expressed to them that although I know this man and I understand what his purpose is, and I understand exactly, he's touching on accountability. What I'm not seeing is, okay, now that you point out that accountability is needed, I feel like there's not much being added to the healing aspect. And then the person, one of the people pointed out to me, but that's not his goal, or that's not his purpose. His purpose is not to come in and help heal. His purpose is to come in and to highlight the defects or the or the reality check that these women need, right? Now, I understand that. I do. And I actually think in understanding that it kind of actually helps me to understand how I can help you guys, right? Now, there is this campaign of separation that's happening right now. And I don't know if anybody else can see it, but there is a campaign of separation happening amongst the male and the female, right? So there's this whole campaign right now where men and women are being pushed against each other, especially it's under the modern woman term, okay, or the modern woman terminology. So I want to say this to you guys right now. Now, so y'all know how we be checking up on things, and I be telling y'all things in advance, okay? And I'm telling you guys right now, there is a wave of energy right now that is highly pushing the separation of masculine and feminine energy. And the wave of what I'm seeing, guys, is that the female's energy has become some of the female energy, what I'm seeing, has become very masculine, even in conversation. And some of the men's energy, I can say, is very turned off by that. But at the same time, the men have trauma, so nobody's talking. So the men are hurt, right? The females also got their hurt, right? But nobody's talking about resolution. Everybody's just pointing the finger and saying, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. So there's a separation going on. And I want to tell you guys right now, as women, because I know I have a lot of and I'm trying to really be politically correct about this, because I'm probably going to be talking about this a lot more because of what I see coming. We are going to need each other. This is not the season for you to hate the masculine energy or even the masculine principle. This is not the time for you to hate the masculine energy or the masculine principle. We've stepped into a time now where I feel that there is a war against men and women in love, in family, right? In healthy structures. So what I'm saying to my sisters here tonight, you need to work on you, heal you, love you, understand your triggers. Okay, see, Kim said she's seen it. Yeah, I see both sides. I do see both sides. And the messed up point about it is because as women, sometimes we do not want to take accountability for the role that we play in things, right? But this is a season of accountability. And the accountability don't have to be that you did something messed up. The accountability could just be something as simple as, I'm not listening enough. And maybe not even listening so much to a man or other people, but I'm not listening to myself enough. Don't bring your traumas into relationship. I'm telling you guys, there is a campaign against separation. Yeah. Right? Kim says she's not paying attention. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Nomadic Goddess said she's seen it on TikTok. Right? You need each other. You need each other. You cannot create life without sperm. You can't do that. You can't create life without an egg. When sperm is going to impregnate itself. Right? Think about what I'm saying, people. And this is not even from, this is from a healing standpoint of view. Yeah. It takes both, Cam. You're right. It takes both, which means masculine and feminine. Tap into your femininity as women. Allow the men to be men. Yeah, I've been hearing me say for years on this platform that I'm tired of being a man. I've been telling y'all that for years. Right? Understand and recognize, and I'm gonna give you guys this concept. Listen to what I'm saying. Do you know how much power you have as a woman? You have the power to create nations, or you have the power to break nations. Y'all know that? You got the power to create nations, or you have the power to break nations. So if we're dealing with the concept, I'm gonna get controversial here. We're dealing with the concept the man is the head. You got a problem with the man being the head. Okay, no problem. You got a problem with that. So if I say the man is the head and you understand that you are the neck that's attached to the head can't turn or do shit without the neck. It can't. So the neck got to turn the head in the direction in which it needs to go in. If you got a stiff neck, you can't turn your head. Right? You can't turn your head. And let me not even go into the construct of the neck, the medulla oblongata, and all of that stuff that you can find in altered carbon and all of that, right? I'm not even going to get into that. But what I'm trying to understand is be aware of what's going on right now. Be aware of the agenda. Be aware of the agenda that's going on right now. There is a separation going on. Okay? Yeah. Kim, you know what happens when you got a stiff neck? You got a stiff neck, you can't turn, you can't do nothing. You in pain. So think about that. Think about that. The man being the head, the woman being the neck. What they say, behind every great man, there is a great woman. He don't got no stiff neck. That woman is turning him in the direction in which he needs to go. Understand your power. Understand your power. I have 2 sons. And I sit here and I tell you guys, nah, their dad is not perfect. I could write a book. I could write a book. But what I will not do is not take accountability for the part I played in the relationship and the part that I married him and had children. No, I'm going to take full accountability for that. And you guys have heard me talked about that. You guys have heard me talked about my marriage could no longer be sustainable because I healed. I never said I never harped on the fact that he did XYZ or he did, and he did some XYZs now, but I never harped on the fact that he did XYZs. What I said, and you could go back to my videos, was I changed. I changed. You want to attract something different in your life? You changed. You changed. I know that we have a lot of people, you know, in this whole thing that you okay being alone, like my mom says to me, oh, if the good Lord, you know, wants me to have somebody, I'm like, my God wants you to have somebody. You just picky. You just picky. So the universe is going to, God, you know, however you want to, you know, whatever you subscribe to, right? I don't know how old some of you are, but I'm going to show my age right now. Y'all remember Spiegel catalog, JCPenney's catalog, Macy's catalog, when you had all the little, you know, 001 dash if you wanted the red, 00-2, and, you know, so you had a catalog list of how you were going to choose and order things, right? And you had to select the correct number so you can get the right size and the right color, right? Now, the universe is similar to that. You can pick exactly what you want, right? But what you don't do is tell the universe how to get it to you. Some of you ask for things, but then you want to say deliver it through UPS when it's trying to get it through FedEx, because FedEx shipping center is closer, which means you're going to get it a day earlier versus if I send it through UPS. And then some people are asking for unrealistic things because the things that you're asking for, you're not willing to do what's required to have those things. And I'm not even talking about anything on a physical standpoint of view. Some of the shit that's required to get what you want is mentally, emotionally. But if your ass is not, and I'm going to pause here for a second. This don't have to be you. This could be people that you interacting with. But if you're not being responsible in doing what is necessary, how the hell, how do you think that's going to work out? That's like saying that you want to lose weight and don't ever get up your ass to do not one lift or exercise. See, you're not even in the chair doing this. You're not even in the chair doing that, right? And I already told y'all about even the whole losing weight. I already told you guys. The person that mentally prepares themselves to lose weight is the person that loses weight and is able to keep that weight off. But if you're just doing something superficially, that weight is going to come back because what? You have not mastered your mind or your emotions. So which means every time you trigger, if you trigger and then you do that emotional eating, you're gaining all that weight back. I'm just saying. Right? Do not get caught up in this wave. If you want a healthy relationship, that healthy relationship first starts with yourself. Do not join the bandwagon of you hate men. And if you're a man, don't join the bandwagon that you hate women. And all women is crap and shit. And all men ain't, you know, good men out here. No. Really what's happening is everybody's just tired. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants acceptance. And some people, right, just want to fucking be right. You cannot have love and acceptance and appreciation and all of that shit in a relationship and always want to be right. And that includes the relationship that you have with yourself. That's important. That relationship first starts with you. Oh, I miss you too, Taj. That starts with you. Somebody does something to get under your skin, or you've had a shit ton of fucked up relationships. Who's the common denominator in those relationships? See, this is where you got to be honest with yourself. If you have dated Tom, you've dated Marcus, you've dated Charles, and Marcus did what Tom did, Charles did what Marcus did, now you with Rodney, and Rodney did what Charles did. And the only common denominator in all four of these relationships is you, and you not paying attention to nothing you did? Come on now. You not. So just so you know, the next relationship you're going to get into is going to be the same energy, different face. Same bullshit, different face. Different face. Some of you young ladies are young out here, and I'm telling you, tap into your feminine energy. Tap into your feminine energy. The men that are out here, also balance your feminine energy. Because right now, they're pitting us against each other. And if we're not operating in love, understanding that really what we need from each other is healing, love, and acceptance, and the need to be called out on our bullshit, and the need to be, yes, accountability. Thank you, nobody goddess. Yes, accountability. My boo be telling me all the time, okay, babe, you know you done did too much. Okay, babe, I did too much. Yeah, you did too much. I did, didn't I? I did, didn't I? Last week, my neighbors had a party. Yeah, 70 years of marriage. 70 years of marriage. Now, this is the person over here that's practicing her spiritual walk. So this is where you hold yourself accountable. I'm the one over here in my spiritual walk, right? I got a big driveway, y'all. Could hold maybe like 5 cars in the driveway. Okay, that's in the driveway. So the neighbors, was a few of them, they had cars parked up all in the cul-de-sac, right? So I'm on the phone and I'm telling my baby, well, they blocking the driveway, right? They ain't even, what about the people that live here? They blocking, why they parked in front of my mailbox? And I'm really like, okay. So then I want to say maybe 2 minutes in or 3 minutes in, I said, babe, I'm doing too much, right? Because I can't get out the driveway. Like, they're not even blocking the driveway. Like, I can literally pull my car out and drive out the driveway. Nobody's blocking me. They pulled in front of the mailbox. The mailman done came, so it's not like I'm going to miss the mail. I was doing too much, y'all. I was doing too much. Doing way too much. That's fixed energy. That fixed energy was like, I didn't know about this party. Ain't nobody told me that they was gonna park there. Don't do that. Controlling. Fixed energy, me trying to control the situation. I ain't even had nothing to do with. Why can't they park their car in the cul-de-sac? They can't. I had nothing to do with that situation, but I'm still trying to take control for that situation and still allowing my emotions within that 2 or 3 minutes to bubble on over. Now, you know how that could have played out for somebody else that was not in control of their emotions and did not know that they were doing too much and did not have somebody holding them accountable to let them know they were doing too much? That would have been somebody else that would have gone outside and created a whole confrontation on someone trying to celebrate their 70th anniversary to their wife. Knowing yourself. That was me being controlling. That was it. Understand who you are. Own your shit. I don't got no patience when it comes to certain things, right? And I know that about myself, right? Anybody that knows me know I am not the best with text message. So if you need me and you really want a response, call me. Like, I'm not joking. Y'all think I'm playing. I'm not joking. Like, I literally have right now 316, I don't know if y'all can say, 316 unread text messages. 316 unread text messages. Texting is not my thing. It's not. If you want to talk to me, you got my number, you call me. It's about business, you email me. I'll respond within 24 hours. Anybody that knows me and love me, they know. Pick that phone up and call me. Now, If you take it personal because I don't respond to your text messages, that's on you. That don't got nothing to do with me, because I already explained that. See, I can't be accountable for you getting mad at me after I already told you I'm not a texting person. No, you can have that wall, but you're not going to share my space. Space and walls. All right, y'all. I don't know if y'all have any questions. All right. We did not go over any of the astrological placements, so we'll do that on Wednesday when we do the reading. If you guys are watching playback, right? Y'all would see I had a visitor tonight. We had Terror Destroyer on, so we did a little history for Terror Destroyer. And then I felt the energy kind of shifted after Terror Destroyer. It felt like anxious energy, so we had to clear the room. Then the message from the cards came through. If you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. This channel is about accountability. This channel is about self-awareness, self-accountability. This channel is about love, right? This channel is about breaking down paradigms that have been set for you and stepping into who you truly are. Recognizing who you truly are and then operating in who you truly are. Right? Okay, my loves. I appreciate y'all. I've been on here for a while now. Is it midnight yet? Oh, it's not midnight yet. It's almost midnight. Taj, my love, I miss you. I will be back here on Wednesday. You want to go ahead and set your notification button on Wednesday. We're doing our 369 reading, okay? Past, present, and future reading. The 3 represents your imagination. The 6 represents your willpower, okay? Your willpower is your now moment, all right? The 9 represents completion, and that is going to be your future aspect. Keep it in mind. The person that starts in the journey is not the person that's going to end the journey, which means that you evolve, you grow. If you are still the same person that you were last year, you're not doing your work, okay? If you have been following this channel, okay, I want to say for a month, for a year, you should not be the same person that you are, because we do accountability here on this station. It's not about perfection, right? Because you are perfect within your imperfections, right? So it's learning your imperfections and allowing those aspects of your imperfections to show you perfections that dwell within you, okay? All right, on that note, all right, I am not apologizing for my rant earlier with Terror Destroyer, all right? Terror Destroyer needs to go ahead and do some research, okay? And stop trolling, all right? And stop sending negative energies, all right? So I'm going to clear the ears some more. I wish each and every one of you loving energy. Remember accountability. Remember, be kind to yourself, love yourself, honor yourself. And I'm going to see you guys in Wednesday's reading. All right, Nomadic Goddess, Taj. Who else we have on here? TK, Kim. I love you, Kim. I didn't get to finish your cards because we got interrupted. So when I circle back on Wednesday, I will, okay? Ashley, my love, I appreciate you. Aisha, my love, I appreciate you too. Okay, y'all have a wonderful light within darkness. I appreciate you. Even Susanna, I appreciate you too, honey, okay? Susanna, who else? Gloria, Terror Destroyer. I honestly, Yoko, from the bottom of my heart, I send you guys love and the highest vibration there is. I pray, not even pray, I declare and demand that truth, light finds you. True and light finds you in your dark spaces. Don't be afraid of your dark spaces, okay? Everybody got a dark side. Don't be afraid of that. But I truly hope that you find the truth that you seek, and I truly hope that you understand in this spiritual walk, you don't have the power to judge anyone if you don't walk in the faith that they do. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all on Wednesday. Bye, my loves.